The story you tell becomes the life you live. No matter how much I have grown in my personal and professional development, no matter how much I continue to learn about change and growth and behavior, whether it's for myself or for my clients or just observing people in the world, I am still brought back to this simple truth. The story you tell becomes the life you live. It's gotten even more powerful and even more potent. So then why is it that if you don't have any money in your bank account and you say, I'm a millionaire, it doesn't just appear? If the story you tell becomes the life you live, why don't affirmations work? This is something I want to clear up because I get messages about this all the time, and I think there's a lot of misleading information on the internet that can be really confusing at times. The first thing to understand is that it's not about changing the words. It's about understanding what the words you say and think are pointing at. So imagine that you're in bed sick with a fever. You have the chills and the sweats and your clothes are all sweaty and you don't feel well. And you try to change your clothes in attempt to try to feel better. It might make you feel a little bit better. If you have sweaty clothes and you change them for fresh clothes, that might give you a little bit of a nice feeling for a moment, but it's not going to help your fever or reduce your symptoms. Changing your outfit in this case is just addressing the surface circumstance, not the root issue. You might feel better than having those dirty, sweaty clothes on, but you still have this raging fever inside of you. And this is where affirmations, or simply just trying to change the words, falls short. Saying I'm healthy and vibrant 1,000 times over doesn't really do much if deep down you feel unwell and unworthy inside. So then, how do we actually change the story? Well, I get a lot of messages about this, and I'm glad you've asked. The words that you say and think to yourself are important because they actually reveal something that is going on a deeper level. And I want to give you an example that just happened yesterday. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's got this project he's been working on for a couple of months. And throughout the conversation, he just kept saying, this is hard. This is so hard. It's just so hard. And eventually I just asked him, I said, what is so hard about it? Like, what is actually hard about it? And he quickly backtracked and he was like, oh, no, it's not hard. We're friends. He caught himself and he realized what he was saying. And then he was coming back. He's like, I didn't mean to say that. What I mean, And he kind of got stuck. He realized he was saying something that was creating more hard for himself. But then he wanted to backtrack to try to actually change the words. But what we know is that just changing the words isn't the point. But what this statement revealed, this is hard, what it revealed when we looked at it a little bit deeper, isn't actually that anything in the project in and of itself was actually difficult or hard to do. But the story, it's hard, was actually covering up a lack of belief that he had in himself and what he was doing. It's most likely if you feel overwhelmed or like something is hard or like there's just like this big amorphous blob of some reason you feel stuck. You're going to have stories that are going to go on to express that feeling. It's hard, I feel stuck, I'm overwhelmed. Whatever it is usually masking or protecting you from feeling a deeper pain of what if I'm not good enough? Or, what if I won't be accepted and I won't belong? There's a deeper pain that we're usually protecting from feeling, which is why we got to see what those words that we say are actually pointing at and not just take it for the surface value. So to genuinely rewrite your living narrative, it's essential to go inward, to dig deep, and to get to know your inner world so that you can have true, deep transformation. And from that place, your feelings, your thoughts, and the story you tell about your life will naturally change. And this is when affirmations will finally work and energize you and motivate you and build your confidence. When you've resolved the core issues, this is when those statements will actually start to empower you. So to change the story, you first need to go beneath the story. We've got free hypnosis recordings on this channel at thelivingnarrative.com, and we also have a ton of really great workshops to help you get beneath the story so that you can meet these tender places and make shifts internally so that you can tell a new story. If you struggle with imposter syndrome, procrastination, self-sabotage, or distractions, if you just have a general difficulty focusing and staying motivated, if these things are challenging you, then come check out some of these workshops. They're not like a 2-hour masterclass where you're taking notes and like learning new information. These are actual transformational experiences that will take you to the root, create powerful shifts and immediate results in your life. And this is when affirmations are finally going to work with you. So I've got hypnosis recordings on my homepage. Some people get results with them right away. You can see in the comments. And for other people who don't seem to get quite those big of a shifts, it's probably a good sign that there's some deeper internal work that is asking for you to meet it. So if you would like support with that, come check out our workshops, come to thelivingnarrative.com, and I'll put all of the links in the description below.